of the most common things people ask me about is embroidery tension. Oftentimes, it's when they start to see the bobbin thread, which is usually white, coming up to the top of their embroidery hoop. The easiest thing to do is, well, number one, that you have threaded your machine correctly, the bobbin is in correctly, and you've cleaned it lately. But if we need to, and we are seeing any bobbin thread coming up in the embroidery stitch out screen, go ahead and lower your top tension. Don't be afraid to come down a couple notches, even down to like 1.8 or further, to make sure that bobbin thread does not come through the top. This is what I'm talking about. We want the stitches to pull to the back side. You want to see color back here. That is key. And even when we have a satin stitch, you want to be able to see most of that color around and just a little bit of the white thread. Now, if you see all white thread, you probably see white thread at the top. It might make your stitches look a little uneven along the edges. When you're working on white fabric, that's the most deceiving because white bobbin thread and white fabric tend to blend, and unless you know what to look for, it's hard to know. But most of the time, if you just drop your top tension down, you're going to eliminate any issue there. But sometimes, one extra tip, if you are working with black thread on especially a white fabric or light color, it is sometimes best to put a black bobbin in, and those two stitches, as they link together and you create the hole through the fabric and stabilizer, you are guaranteed not to see a white little nub. You'll see a black one instead. And the black with a black bobbin thread, oh, primo. So keep that in mind sometimes when you're working with really high contrasting threads. But don't be afraid to drop your tension down if you see any white thread coming to the top of your hoop.